the attacker could potentially just eat the damage.
Goku no diff. What the fuck? Hell no! I'm not gonna dip, bro. I got the fucking hat right here, nigga. Not barely. Alright.
This video was made in partnership with CuriosityStream. Reptiles are a diverse faction full of many strategies, and generally speaking, they tend to be fairly straightforward. Turtles are tank builds that spec into high defensive stats.
Wait. This is a lizard tier. Why the fuck are we looking at turtles?
At the cost of mobility. Crocodiles are damage dealers that focus on grappling to secure kills. Snakes optimize for stealth and rely on status effects to bring down their targets. But where do lizards fit into the meta? They aren't really known for extreme speed, but as far as cold-blooded builds go, they're quicker than most. And while not as tanky as turtles, and not as stealthy as snakes, they can hold their own in each of these departments as well. Some of the larger lizards can even give crocodilians a run for their money in the power category.
Oh shit, bro, I had a nightmare about this shit when I was in, like, I don't know, I was in elementary school. I remember I had a nightmare that I was like in some African ass tribe, and it was chasing me, and then I ran into a bathroom. Bathroom had no light. It was like an African tribe ass bathroom made out of pure wood. Nigga, that shit had no lights. I was standing on top of the toilet trying to hide from it. It busted down the fucking door, it killed me, and that's how the dream ended, bro.
2. While many of them could best be described as jack-of-all-trades generalists, there are also plenty of lizards with extremely unique abilities. So to better understand the many different game plans employed by the lizard player base, today we're going through the lizard tier list. Before we get into the tier list though, first I'd like to start with some background on the history of the lizard faction. So back during the Carboniferous expansion, the meta revolved around the conflict between the two most powerful factions, the amphibians and the arthropods. However, during this time, a small subsection of the amphibian player base unlocked two new special abilities, the eggshell, which allowed them to respawn on dry land rather than in the water, and scales, which gave them massively increased dehydration resistance. This eliminated their reliance on water and allowed them to explore tons of new strategies, eventually diversifying into all of the reptile builds in today's meta, as well as a few that were so overpowered that they ended up getting nerfed. The most powerful lizard build of all time was the Mosasaurus.
That's a lizard!
It was from a player base of beach-dwelling monitor lizards that spec'd into aquatic mobility options in order to avoid being griefed by dinosaurs. But one of the most powerful lizards of today's meta. We're actually going to begin in D tier, as I don't think there are any truly awful lizard builds. The adaptations they've made to eliminate the weaknesses of their amphibian ancestors is enough to escape bottom tier in my opinion. So how do lizards stack up? Let's get into the tier list.
Download the Kroger app and enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons.
We talking about cash back. We talking about cash backing.
In D tier, we have the Skink, a smaller lizard build with very little in the way of unique special abilities. Their stats are also quite low, and their game plan generally just consists of chasing down players in the lower weight class.
But it just looks like a regular lizard you would see, like,
and struggles pretty hard when forced to defend itself. In particular, this build has a lot of trouble dealing with birds. Despite the fact that it often hunts in grassy fields, it lacks the stealth stats required to avoid detection from above. In fact, many skinks are known for being brightly colored or having one specifically brightly colored body part. Skinks try to avoid being griefed by digging burrows for themselves, and while burrows are a great hiding place, the burrowing playstyle tends to work best when you've got the ability to launch a powerful attack in a single direction, since the bottleneck of a burrow makes it near impossible for a predator to approach without getting hit. Skinks can't really mount any sort of attack, so if their burrow gets discovered, it's most likely game over. The one defensive ability they do have is one commonly found in the lizard player base, Autotomy. Autotomy allows the user to drop.
Nigga, it can't attack, that's an F tier. If it has no attack, that's an F tier. It's easily merkable.
Their tail in order to get one free escape from a combo or grab. Now, to be fair, being able to break out of your opponent's death combos is an extremely useful trait that can save you from certain defeat. But with that said, Autotomy is extremely costly to use, isn't guaranteed to work, and leaves you with reduced max HP for the rest of the game, even if your character has regenerative abilities. For the larger lizard builds, losing your tail also removes one of your best offensive options. But for the skink, this isn't as big a problem. With all that being said, skinks are one of the more lackluster lizard builds, so let's keep going and get to the more interesting ones.
I need to find out, why are they the only thing that can, like, what's it called? Why are lizards the only thing? Why are lizards able to breathe? What the fuck kind of, bro? How do lizards regenerate? I need to get off of Bing, bro. I've just been like, it's the default one, so I haven't switched it. Lizards are able to regenerate an entire appendages, including cartilage, spinal cord, and tissues after full thickness skin wounds to the body. Transactions to the optic nerve and why? Bro, I just need to find out the only ones that can do it, bro. They turn on. Nigga, what? Several factors can affect the ability, including age and bro, nigga. I need to get off of Bing, bro. God damn. Stay up with nothing.
Also in D tier, we have the basilisk lizard, which is most notable for its use of the sprint ability, not just to move fast on land, but also to cross bodies of water. At first, this ability seems quite impressive, and it certainly is a flashy move, but upon further examination, I don't think it's really all that useful in the long run. Being on the surface of the water is quite possibly the most vulnerable position in the game, leaving you open to attacks from above and below. But ultimately, I think it's more important to just point out
it can run on water.
That the whole reason the reptile faction split off from the amphibian player base in the first place was to remove their reliance on water. So choosing an ability with a pretty situational use that also requires that the user be on the water's edge to use it is kind of a step backwards in the grand scheme of things. The basilisk doesn't even have bad stats. It couldn't use the water dash move without above average mobility. But still, I think its choice of moveset is pretty self-limiting, and they'd be better off speccing into other signature moves. In C tier, we have two lizard builds who
this is your basic one you see outside, right?
invested heavily into the climbing ability. The gecko build operates in a similar manner to the tree frog, with cling pads enabling it to climb any surface with ease. As far as mobility perks though, this is probably one of the best in the game. It works great as an escape option, but is also fantastic for utility and even for offense, allowing the user to approach targets that are normally
Geckos are that big? What the fuck?
For utility and even for offense, allowing the user to approach targets that are normally harder to reach. Being able to hang on tight is also super important for arboreal combat, as fall damage is a major threat. With such a strong clinging ability, geckos can often be the ones tossing other players into the void below. Geckos do have a fair number of weaknesses though. They opt to use their tails to store energy, which can be a useful ability, but unfortunately in doing so, they take away the option to use their tails to attack. Geckos also do not have scales, instead opting for skin that gives disease resistance bonuses, so their armor class is lower than that of most lizards, and actually more akin to amphibians. Because of this, they're quite vulnerable to piercing damage, such as bird talons and snake fangs. And with relatively low damage output, their only real hope against such attacks is stealth, which some do definitely excel at. All in all, solid mid-tier.
Save on over 400 wines during Spec's huge wine sale. Cheers to savings.
The Anoli is a small, agile lizard build with a surprising number of special abilities, most notable of which are their adhesive toe pads and their color-changing skin. Most builds that run the cling pad ability tend to be more bulky and cumbersome. Anolis emphatically break this mold, being both excellent climbers and having a climbing speed that rivals that of the squirrel. Because of this, they're great at escaping attacks by jumping between trees and scrambling up branches. But where things really get interesting is with the color change perk. Now, the ability to change colors is one of the most downright broken stealth perks in the game, and one of the main reasons I consider cephalopods top tier. Anolis have probably the most basic version of the color change perk, allowing them to shift between green and brown at will. While nowhere near as versatile as some other color changing builds, green and brown are pretty much all you'd need the vast majority of the time. This change is very gradual though, so it's unlikely to allow you to escape mid-combat. Which is unfortunate because, similar to the gecko, the Anoli suffers from a lack of combat options when caught out in the open.
Yes, sir!
Last in C
this some
tier we
big
have
shit.
the Gila Monster.
Come on.
The Gila Monster is one of the tankier lizard builds, and possesses one of the highest
that stuff
damage
was so
outputs
fire,
in the
bro.
game for its size. It owes this high damage not to its one of the highest...
Like 40 power, no intelligence. It got stealth, like, hey bro, having stealth at that rate, damn. It has no mobility though. The defense
damage
high as
outputs
hell.
in the game for its size. It owes this...
Hold on, come on. If I was making a stank, bro, if I was making myself a lizard, I'm putting power damn near 80. I'm bringing defense to like a 40 maybe. IQ, maybe a 40. I want my mobility at like an 80 again. You can bring my HP. Wait, how the fuck are you gonna have? What's the difference between defense and HP? The fuck? What we watching? It's the lizard tier list. That shit fire. And stealth, I won't need stealth. It's like I'll have that like a 20, bro.
builds, and possesses one of the highest damage outputs in the game for its size. It owes this high damage not to its actual power stat, but to its venomous bite, a rare ability among lizards. This makes them extremely dangerous in close combat, and combined with their excellent...
Imagine no iguana tier list. What's an iguana, fam? Am I slow? Hold on. What's an iguana? Iguana. Nigga, that is a bro. That is a lizard. It should be on this, right? Or is it not on it?
defensive stats and digging ability, this allows them to easily vanquish all of the players in any nest it discovers. The Gila monster is extremely slow moving though, which can cause issues if it's ever forced to flee, or if it needs to chase down a target. The lack of a long whip-like tail also means its defensive combat options aren't near as diverse as other larger lizards. Still, with one of the most devastating bites in the game, it's certainly no low tier. In B tier, we've got the tried and true iguana.
How did I skip elementary school? Is an iguana not a... This is iguana right here, right? Oh, no, that's like a dragon or something, right?
Arguably the best representative of the lizard build as a whole, as it has essentially all the main weaknesses and strengths.
This is an iguana right here.
I have an entire video on the iguana, so go check that out if you want an in-depth review. But in short, the iguana sports mid-range stats across the board, and is the first lizard on the tier list to make use of its tail for something other than a sacrificial scapegoat. The iguana's tail whip attack allows it to control a solid defensive zone around itself in all directions, enabling it to defend itself from group attacks. Tail whip's damage is on the low side though, so a persistent attacker could potentially just eat the damage.
Goku no diff. What the fuck? Hell no! I'm not gonna dip, bro. I got the fucking hat right here, nigga. Fucking playing me by my fucking King Goku, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about Goku's beak?
In order to break through and land its own attacks. The iguana also has access to the autonomy ability, but this is especially costly in the iguana's case, as it also be giving up its best combat move in the process. Overall, a solid mid-tier with lots of potential, especially in the marine servers. The chameleon build sports several of the most unique abilities in the game. So most lizards, especially the insectivorous ones, have a pretty simple game plan for taking down enemies. Chase them down and grab them. This strategy has a lot of limitations though. First of all, it means you've got pretty much no options to attack.
Nigga. Hold on, bro. Niggas talking. No, hold on, bro. Niggas not gonna, like, that's one thing. You can say anything else, bro. You're not gonna say Goku. I would accept literally anything else. I would accept it, bro. Like, just, oh my fucking, look at my fucking king, bro. Look at my fucking King Goku, bro. Like, look at this shit, bro. You telling me an iguana? Look at it. Oh my god, bro. Oh my, like, drippiest anime nigga of all time. Possibly drippiest nigga of all time. Like, bro. Even Kid Goku, so like, bro. And then look at an iguana. Where's it at? Where's it at? Let's look at iguana images. Nigga, it looks like it has like a testicle tumor. It look like it's born with testicle. Damn, that shit do look hard though. Hold on. Let me find the worst picture. Hold on. Damn. Damn, bro. What the fuck? Now this one looks slow. That shit don't have more drip than Goku, so you lost. Damn,
a player who is too large to grab. It also forces you to optimize heavily towards mobility,
Iguanas
forcing you to
can have
neglect
all
other
the
potential
forms Goku
strategies
has
in
by
order to have a
simply-
chance at catching up to your target.
No!
Chameleon subverts
Nigga.
this limitation by
Iguana ain't never
stepping
went
into one of the
Kaioken.
strangest
Iguana
abilities
ain't
in
never
the
went
game,
Super Saiyan,
a
Super
tethered
Saiyan 2,
tongue
Super
attack.
Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4.
This
Half y'all niggas
essentially
don't even know about
functions
Super Saiyan
as
4.
a range
Fucking Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God, Ultra Instinct, nigga. No!
ranged grab, and is extremely effective at scoring the chameleon kills. This also allows the chameleon the freedom to prioritize other stats
Wait, how the
over
fuck do we
mobility,
move past
and in the
chameleon to-
chameleon's case, they're clearly
press the one
optimized
to
for
the
stealth,
middle, what the
as evidenced by their other special ability, color change.
A hardcore
Now, while chameleons can change color-
no. Iguana sounds lame as hell. You can't lie about the name, bro. Iguana sounds lame as hell, bro.
In order to
Iguana
buff
is
their
bad.
camouflage, most use it for
a bad name
communication
for it,
and
bro.
intimidation, shifting to
Like,
brighter colors to
That shit
display
looks like a
dominance.
dragon, but the name is Iguana, bro.
While
Like,
they don't
Iguana
have the
does not
same
make me think
cling
of
pads that
dragon.
geckos and anoles do, their prehensile tail gives them extra security to ensure that they don't get
The
easily
Goku
ripped
can
out of
explode
trees,
the earth.
and allows them to attack from riskier positions. With all this said,
Yeah.
though, they still struggle
Yeah.
when caught out in the open because of their vulnerability. And they also share the same offensive weakness of not being able to take down players that they can't gulp down in a single bite.
And we're back in third
Third
quarter
edge.
planning. Adams is quarterbacking this project, and
The Tegu is a lizard build that has long been overlooked, but has recently become a serious contender on the tier list.
I have
Its
never
recent
seen this
invasion
fucking
into the
lizard,
North
bro.
American server has destabilized the local meta,
All the big
and when
lizards
you
look
look at
the
their
same.
stats, it's easy to see why. Tegus are
I fuck
similar
with
in
those
both
stats.
strategy
It's like
and
balance
stats
all
to the
around.
iguana, but slightly slower and more defense-oriented. Their thicker hide and stockier build allows them to shake off attacks that would send other characters reeling. They've also got a higher intelligence stat than most lizards, which, in addition to making them surprisingly decent support builds, also makes them great at outsmarting builds like
Goku
alligators
can
in order to
beat
attack their
Frieza,
nests.
especially
Tegus
since
are
he
also omnivores, meaning they
Nigga,
aren't forced
what?
to participate in PvP in order to level up.
Especially
They did
since-
spec into the autonomy ability though, which I unfortunately
Yeah, bro.
think keeps them out of top tier.
Like,
Before I reveal the top tier lizards, I just want
I
to say
know
real
what
quick,
you're
if
talking
you've
about,
made it this far and are enjoying the video, it would sure make my day if you subscribed. Thanks. So, without a shadow of a doubt, the best lizard build is the Monitor Lizard. They have everything. They've got the best stats, a combination of great mobility,
this is the best stats. This looks the same as the last one. Like the fuck. Also, I still don't know the difference between HP and defense.
power,
bro.
size,
Like,
and intelligence.
I need to explain.
Similar to the iguana, monitor lizards
I
have an
guess
extremely
Goku need
powerful
to learn
tail
the
whip,
art of
capable
race
of deterring
swapping.
even top-tier predators. Monitor lizards also have a venomous bite,
Like,
which again is a rarity in the lizard
fuck, bro?
faction. While not the speediest lizards outright, they do have great versatility in their movement, being able to swim efficiently as well as climb most surfaces, though not to the same degree as the marine iguana or the gecko respectively. Their high intelligence
where's the
enables them
Komodo
to
dragon? Like, we
consistently
all know
figure
that
out
shit's
ways
like
to successfully
10
raid the
times
spawn
better
points of
than
other players, and their
Yeah,
high
like,
defense
get to my
makes
goat.
it so they can be rather difficult to
This is not
stop
my
once
goat.
they've
Get to my
committed to an
goat.
attack.
Get to my
This
goat.
faction also contains the most powerful lizard in the game, a lizard that reaches near dinosaur power levels.
This lizards can beat Goku since he's top tier. Was that even
Komodo
now,
dragons
this nigga-
are extremely powerful.
super-sized
They have a
Komodo
venomous
dragon,
bite that, while not as
aka
powerful as
Godzilla,
cobra venom, is
still
still
gets solo
powerful
by
enough to
Goku.
seriously
Like,
weaken
Goku
even
the
the
best
tankiest builds.
anime
But even
protagonist
without
of
that,
all
they'd be an
time.
absolute
Best nigga of
powerhouse.
all time,
Their
period.
tail swipes, claw slashes, and thrashing bites can easily shred through the HP of their targets. Their only real weakness is their speed, which, while solid, isn't broken by any means. Still, with their incredible sense of smell, a player can never really truly escape a Komodo that's hunting them. The distance that you need to flee in
I
order
said
to
the
make
hunting
the
shit.
Komodo unable to
I don't know if I saw something about that they be hunting or something, bro. That's how I had that
Komodo
nightmare,
that's
bro.
hunting
Like I was getting hunted by
the
one
distance
of these,
that
bro.
you
Like,
need to
God
flee
damn.
in order to make the Komodo
shit's so
unable to
big,
track you
too,
down
compared to all the
would
other ones.
require you to leave the
That's a
island
damn near
server
dinosaur.
entirely.
That's a crocodile.
Last but certainly not least, Komodos, as well as the entire Monitor Lizard player
This
base,
is the highest
understand
tier,
that
right?
their tails are an invaluable weapon that shouldn't be sacrificed in order to escape a battle.
Bro.
So there you have it,
Yeah,
the
it's
Lizard
only
tier
extra.
list.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hopefully now you've got a good understanding.
Alright, next video.